Has Mourinho lost his touch? Has he lost his mojo? That even if summer comes, here's the money, here are the players that you can buy. Does he still have the ability to really go out and just get those wins? Uncle Mo is that dude. 2010. 2010. Guys, I'm stubborn. Sue me, I'm stubborn. Like, I'm the youngest of four. I'm the baby in my family. And, and anybody who knows about being the youngest, you always have a chip on your shoulder. You always want to prove yourself, and you never want to admit that you were wrong. You always want to stand your ground. And that's just how you're built. Basically, people who are the youngest in the family know where I'm coming from. They know where I'm coming from. You always have that chip on your shoulder. Uncle Mo has to go down as a great. He has to go down as a great. He has to. But look, man, I'm ready to have this discussion, man. Let me start by saying this. I always knew that this was a bad move. I knew from the beginning. I always said that Mourinho to PSG. That's the move. They need a dictator. They need an authoritarian. And him to PSG, that would be the move that would work. That would be the move that you could say, yeah, this is how we can ride. That's always what I thought. But as I look at, because again, and you would have noticed through my tweets, I always have a qualifier. Uncle Mo, 2010, why did you make that move? Uncle Mo, I love you, you're the GOAT. Why are you not playing this dude? Why are you playing this way? And the thing about this is, look, man, 100% to Uncle Mo, you are in a fix. You're in a fix. Your top guys are down, your forwards are down, and there is only so much you can do. Only so much you can do, and he's trying to manage the situation. Because the reason why I've always respected Mourinho is that he's not a philosophy merchant. He's always a manager. In his mind, it's about winning. How do I find a way to win this game? How do I find a way to get a result? And that's always been his MO. And it's true, I recognize that there are no strikers there. But there is a distinct lack of an identity. You see, the importance of an this is why an identity is crucial. An identity is crucial. When the chips are down, there's something that you can fall back to, which has been drilled into you in every single training session, every single 5-on-5, every single game of triangles, and so forth. That you can always fall back and, okay, this is how we engineer things. This is how we can release the right back. This is how we can release the left back. This is how we can do it and interplay and now create a chance that the opposition cannot see. This is how we can fashion opportunities and chances based on what we've been working tirelessly, day in, day out on the training pitch. And when I look at Tottenham, there isn't a personality here. There isn't an identity here. Now, I get it, 100%. Let's just keep it real. Let's put things into perspective. Pochettino, he came in mid-season. I always say every manager deserves a summer. Every manager deserves a summer. Every manager deserves a summer because, you have to try and build a team in your own image. So people have to give Mourinho, just the pass that, give him a summer. Give him his summer. But, trust me, I did not want to do this video. But I have been thinking about this. It has been creeping up in my mind and so forth. That has Mourinho lost his touch? Has he lost his mojo? That even if summer comes, here's the money, here are the players that you can buy. Does he still have the ability to really go out and just get those wins? This is the first time that I've even questioned it. I'm not going to give a distinct answer because every man deserves his day in court. Innocent or proven guilty. Okay, this isn't hashtag me too where you're guilty until proven innocent. This is the real world. Innocent till proven guilty, and we need to definitely give him his time. But this still, the decisions you're making now don't make any sense. The players that you're dropping doesn't make any sense. And people have said, like, with on Ndombele, he may be unfit and so forth and everything. So I don't even know what the hell is going on there. Okay, you're now dropping Alderweireld and Vertonghen. Have you had a falling out with Vertonghen? You're playing very, very young, perhaps inexperienced defenders in a game that you need to win against a very extremely good Wolves side. So you definitely need your strongest team against an extremely good Wolves side. And I'm looking at the way the team is playing, and even if you have injuries and so forth, it doesn't matter. The injuries doesn't mean that you lose your identity. Granted. But here's the thing, though. Here's the thing. Ancelotti has come in. He didn't come in the start of the season, but you can already see an identity that Everton have. You can already see a sense of cohesion. And even if players are to go down injured and so forth, they are still going towards an idea. So the thing for Mourinho is, and this is why I say that it's all about fit. I don't think this is a good fit for Mourinho. I don't think it's a good fit for Jose Mourinho because I think, and I still believe that he can manage his ass off. But, and this is what I always said about Tottenham, they needed a guy with a completely different philosophy from Pochettino. Completely. Mourinho and Pochettino are not that far off philosophically. They're not that far off. Tottenham needed like a Spanish manager, like a Spanish coach or a Portuguese coach. Someone in the mold of a Nuno Espirito Santo or a Marcelino. Someone of that ilk. Or even of like a Nagelsmann and so forth. Someone like that. That is just completely different. More about attacking, more than let's throw guys forward. Let's not try to create. Let's not try and play a bit more expansive, and we can refine that on the pitch. But the question is there, because look, man, Mourinho's my idol. I love this dude. Mourinho is my guy. He is my guy. And you always have to ride for your guy. But I have a duty to try and be objective here. I have a duty to be objective here. And there are times that the ways in which Tottenham lose games, the ways in which that they just completely look totally at sea. My fear is, okay, even if you did get the players, Josie, and you did get the money, would you still be able to produce the results? Would you still be able to create an identity and be able to get the best out of this team? Does your way work? Does your philosophy still work? It remains to be seen. It remains to be seen. But so I'm just worried. I'm just worried that, because you see, I don't buy into the whole thing of like, let's all rile on to Mourinho. He's always coming for excuses. Mourinho's whining. I try and come in at the middle. So, and I try and put my own bias away from it as like, a Mourinho fanboy. And I just say that he deserves time. He deserves a summer. But even if the chips are down, and this is what I said with Setien as well. Even with Setien, who he has his own issues with Barcelona, even when you've been screwed over by injuries and so forth, you can still make the right decisions. Your team can still have a structure, a personality. And then if you lose, cool, you lose. And then you can say, bruh, you know what? Look at the injuries. It's the best that we could. But there's if you lose, but I have no clue what you guys are doing. I have no clue what guys are just. It's like people are just going off a whim, Then it's like, okay, whoa. But if you lose, where okay, they're trying to do something. This is an idea. This is an identity. Then you can be like, bruh, what do you expect with the injuries? They have no finishers. They have no strikers. They're not trained to play without any strikers. You need. Forget all those false lines. You need strikers in this game. I'm sorry. You need finishers. You need a frontman. Whether you want to call it inside forward or a striker, you need a striker in this game. But it remains to be seen. All I ask for you guys is this: is that 100%. I've listened to what of you guys have said that Is Mourinho declining? Is he over? Is he not relevant anymore? And I get it. I get it. 2010 is 10 years ago. 2010 is 10 years ago. I get it. A trouble is still a trouble. A trouble is still a trouble. But I get it. Because again, I can't be hypocritical. It's 2020. Oh, God. It's 2020. Okay? We're in a new decade. He won it last decade. We're in a new decade right now. And it's about looking forward. As I said again, I'm wary, but look at it through my point of view. I would be a big-ass chump if I was supposed to write off Mourinho right now and say, nah, Eustace, you're done, you're finished. Because is there any evidence to say this dude is done, you're finished? The season isn't over yet. The season isn't over yet. And with the way that Chelsea United are playing and how guys are dropping points, who the hell knows who will finish in fourth place? Okay? So he cannot be judged yet. But I'm using the eye test. I'm looking at body language. I'm trying to be perceptive there. And I'm looking at Mourinho and I'm looking at the players. And I'm looking at how disillusioned the players are. Because again, eye test is the key thing. And I'm looking at I don't think these guys know what they're doing. And again, even if you've had injuries, what do you do on the training pitch then? Do you just say, well, Kane and Son are out. Guys, just have a mock about and I'll see you on Saturday or Sunday. Surely you're all right, Dele, I want you to play. You're the playmaker. I want you to pull out. These are the runs I want you guys to make. Now you pull back in here. Double. I constantly make that wrong. Okay, keep the ball here. Keep the ball here. I want positions in here. Find that ball into the pocket. Keep looking for that ball into the pocket. Even if it doesn't pull through, look for that nice little pass into the pocket. Try and play that risque pass. Look for that run. Make that run all the time. I don't see a thing, an M1, a thing that you can fall back on, and especially when you're dealing with injuries and suspensions for players. Because remember, a player is only one man. And what you don't want, which is what we saw with France, I think in 2010, is when individuals just go off on an island. What you did as a player, whether in that pitch is that, I'm one dude, I can try and, because it's a balance of okay, there's only so much I can do as an individual. But then it's all right, what were we told on that Tuesday afternoon or now Wednesday afternoon? Once I received the ball, we started even thinking, I know that, okay, that guy is making the run there. Once we received, okay, I know that guy's going to come shots. I know that guy's going to play off the shoulder because we've honed and trained this in training. So we don't even need to think. Because the danger is that once I now see players taking 4, 5, 6 touches right now, and guys, I'm just making ill-advised dribbles. I'm I don't think there's been any training here, or any tutoring here. So we await and we see. Become a Football Hut member and gain access to cool emojis on the live streams and get access to new YouTube content by clicking the join button here. And to view that new content, head over to the YouTube channel homepage and click on the community tab over here.